In this question, as you see, the velocity time graph of certain moving object is given and it is like a parabolic. You have to draw the corresponding acceleration time graph. Now this graph is representing some motion of a object, that is, in this example we are taking a car for example. I will explain you later that how its acceleration is changing. So how can you get acceleration from velocity time graph? Here the gradient concept will work. If we take the velocity on y-axis and the time on x-axis, then the gradient will become delta v over delta t, which is equals to acceleration, which means that gradient of this graph is equals to acceleration, but this graph is showing us a non-uniform motion. That's why it's a curved graph. So we must take few points on the graph to see how the gradient is changing. So we have taken few points and now we will draw the tangents because the graph is not a straight line, it is a curved. So this is a tangent line and we will see that what is happening to the steepness of this line. So first of all, look at this horizontal tangent line. Because the velocity is not changing, so acceleration gradient is 0, delta v over delta t, this is a gradient and that is 0. It means we will get a corresponding point on the y, on the acceleration graph, where the acceleration is 0. And look at the start. If you see here, the line steepness is decreasing, which means that the gradient of this graph will decrease. So we can say from this point, to the maximum point, velocity is increasing, but the rate of increase of velocity, means delta v over delta t, which is acceleration, it is decreasing. And this acceleration is positive because this gradient will give you the positive value of acceleration. So at the time t is equal to 0, you will in fact get the maximum acceleration like this. And at this time you will get the 0 acceleration. So acceleration is decreasing uniformly. So we should draw this line. Now look at this gradient. This gradient is giving us a negative acceleration. And this negative acceleration is increasing, which means that this line will keep going in this below the horizontal, and exactly at this time we will get the maximum acceleration like this, but this acceleration is negative. So you can say in the half time this car was accelerating, but this acceleration was decreasing, and in the rest of the half path its velocity is in the same direction, but now acceleration is on the opposite direction. That's why it is deceleration. So the right answer of this question is option A.